Martin, ICRC Operation Director, Lieutenant General Joanna Mwangi, the Vice Chief of Defense Forces, Brigadier Korir, Chief of Training, Defense Headquarters, Daniel Gerard, Head of Nairobi Regional Delegation, ICRC, Dr. Idris, Secretary General of Kenya Red Cross, invited guests, workshop secretariat, workshop participants, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm pleased to welcome you to Kenya for the 16th Senior Workshop on the International Rules Governing Military Operations 2023. In this regard, Kenya highly values the opportunity to host this important workshop that focuses on the international rules governing military operations, and this affirms the strength of our long-standing relationship with the International Committee of the Red Cross and the participating countries. It is worth noting that we are gathered here in a period marked by shifting alliances, growing geopolitical tension, and armed conflicts around the world, all these presenting potential humanitarian crisis. Hence, the current state of affairs reinforces the essence and the relevance of international humanitarian law in preserving our common humanity against a backdrop of crisis resulting from armed conflicts. For this reason, Kenya's Ministry of Defense has continued to cooperate with the ICRC in saving lives, as well as preventing and alleviating the suffering of victims of armed conflicts and other forms of armed violence. Therefore, international humanitarian law is necessary, is paramount in regulating the conduct of warfare, thus minimizing human suffering. It further enhances the protection of civilians and civilian property and facilitating humanitarian assistance. Hence, the Ministry of Defense of the Republic of Kenya appreciates the call to co-host the Senior Workshop on the International Rules Governing Military Operations. This is because the forum affords a platform to the partnering states to enhance cooperation with the ICRC. Therefore, it is gratifying to note that the workshop objectives reflect ICRC's commitment to extending the application and entrenching of the international humanitarian law. Indeed, the ICRC's mandate is a unique and the only one which is concerned with the real-time humanitarian action with a view to developing and reaffirming the law of armed conflict. As a result, we acknowledge ICRC's effort to collaborate with states and militaries to provide political training and integration of international humanitarian law into domestic legal frameworks and operation doctrines of various defense forces. This is in recognition that the current operating environment is not only fast-changing, but also increasingly complex as a result of the competing political and other interests, as well as advances in science and technology. Therefore, participants, your perspectives on the implications and interventions to mitigate the challenges emanating from the means and methods of present-day warfare will be of great benefit to the participants and ICRC as well. We are optimistic that the exchanges and conclusions arising from this workshop will contribute to the attainment of the workshop objectives. Most importantly, this should form the basis to help you evaluate how your respective militaries manage various aspects of planning, training, and conduct of security operations, and what could be improved and how it should be improved through meaningful integration of the international humanitarian law. In conclusion, it is our hope that as you return home from this workshop, you will share your new insights and be better able to reinforce the most crucial message of the need for compliance with the law during operations and support for neutral and impartial humanitarian action, saving civilians and protecting human rights. With those many remarks, it is now my pleasure and duty once again to welcome you to this workshop and officially opens it. Thank you very much and God bless you.